Somewhere in a Chinese government database, a drone that doesn't officially exist just got a name. And if the early whispers are right, that drone might not even need to be registered when it lands in your country. Stay with me here, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why DJI insiders are calling this the biggest Air series leak in 3 years, and why the last 2 minutes of this video might save you from making an expensive mistake this year. I'm not exaggerating when I say this could reshape the entire which drone should I buy conversation for 2026. So don't touch that skip button yet, because what happens at the 7-minute mark is going to make a lot of Air 3S owners very nervous. Alright, welcome back. If you're new here, this is the channel where we chase down drone leaks before they become press releases. And today's story is a big one. We're going to walk through the actual registry sighting that started this whole thing. Break down what a sub-250-gram Air series drone would actually mean for you as a flyer, dig into the design leak from last year that nobody fully connected until now, and finish with the one regulatory headache that could keep this drone off American shelves entirely. Stick around until the end, because I'm also going to answer the question everyone's been asking me in the comments. Should you buy an Air 3S right now? Or wait, my answer might surprise you. The leak breakdown. Let's get into the actual source, because this isn't some random forum post. This is the kind of leak that usually turns out to be true. On May 11, 2026, a well-respected outlet in the drone space, one that's broken accurate DJI leaks before, published documentation along with a registry sighting that points to the DJI Air 4 being real and likely arriving before the end of Q4 2026. Here's the part that makes this different from your average rumor thread. The Air 4 wasn't spotted in a leaked spec sheet or a blurry factory photo. It showed up inside a Chinese civil aviation compliance platform, the kind of software drone manufacturers are legally required to use for flight reporting in China. Think of it like a government-mandated homework assignment that every drone maker has to fill out before their products can legally fly domestically. Why does that matter so much? Because manufacturers don't add placeholder names to regulatory software for fun. If the Air 4 shows up as a selectable option in a drop-down menu inside production-grade compliance software, that tells us DJI's internal development has crossed a threshold. This isn't a rendering. This isn't a rumor mill guess. This is a name appearing inside a system that exists specifically to track real, physical, flight-tested hardware. So before we go any further, I want you to sit with that for a second, because a lot of leaks we cover on this channel are speculative at best. This one has a paper trail, and paper trails are exactly the kind of thing that turn maybe into almost certainly. The sub-250-gram deep dive. Now here's the part of the story that's actually blowing up drone forums right now, and if you fly recreationally, this is the section you cannot afford to zone out on. Early chatter tied to this leak suggests the Air 4 could land under 250 grams. Let that sink in for a second. The Air series has always been DJI's middle child, bigger and more capable than the Mini line, but smaller and more approachable than the flagship Mavic series. If the Air 4 genuinely comes in under that 250-gram threshold, it would be the first time a drone with genuinely flagship-level imaging punches below the weight class that triggers strict registration requirements in a huge number of countries. Think about what that actually means in practice. Right now, if you want serious image quality, the kind with real dynamic range, real low-light performance, real cinematic depth, you're generally buying a drone that requires full registration, remote ID compliance, and in some regions, actual licensing paperwork before you can legally fly it. A sub-250-gram Air 4 would blow a hole straight through that assumption. Suddenly, you'd have a drone that slots in size-wise with the ultralight travel category, but potentially shoots like something a full-time content creator would be proud to pull out on a paid shoot. This is exactly the kind of move we predicted back in our earlier 2026 Roundup video, and I'll be honest, even we didn't expect the timeline to move this fast. If DJI actually pulls this off, they're not just releasing a new drone they're rewriting where the travel drone category sits entirely. It stops being a compromise product and starts being the obvious first choice for anyone who wants pro-level footage without the pro-level bureaucracy. Of course, early chatter is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. So I want to be upfront that this specific detail is still rumor tier, not registry confirmed like the name itself. But given how consistently DJI has been shaving weight off flagship-adjacent hardware over the last 2 release cycles, this rumor lines up with a pattern rather than coming out of nowhere. Design history flashback. Let's rewind the clock, because this story didn't start in May 2026, it started over a year earlier, and almost nobody connected the dots at the time. Back in early 2025, a crashed prototype photo surfaced online, shared by a leaker named Jasper Ellens, who's had a reasonably solid track record in this space. At the time, most of us treated it as an interesting curiosity rather than hard evidence. Looking back at it now, in light of everything we just talked about, that photo suddenly looks a lot more important. What did that leaked prototype actually show us? For starters, noticeably thicker arms compared to the current Air 3S. That's not a cosmetic detail. Arm thickness on a drone usually correlates with either structural reinforcement, additional battery capacity, or space for upgraded motors. None of those are small changes. They're the kind of internal engineering decisions that get made early and rarely get reversed later in development. Then there's the sensor array on top of the unit, and this is where things get genuinely interesting. The layout looked strikingly similar to what's been rumored for the upcoming Mavic 4, specifically 3 top-mounted obstacle avoidance sensors paired with an LED beacon. If that layout carries over to a mid-tier Air series drone, that's DJI trickling flagship-level safety and awareness tech down into a more accessible product line, which historically only happens when a company is trying to make a real generational leap rather than a minor refresh. Overall, everything about that crashed unit pointed toward a drone that looks more premium and more aerodynamically refined than anything currently sitting in the Air lineup. And here's a detail that doesn't get talked about enough. Prototypes don't crash in a vacuum. Somebody was flying it, which means as of early 2025, there were already commercial adjacent units out in the field being tested by actual pilots, not just sitting on a bench in a lab. That's a full year of runway before this registry sighting even happened, which tells you this program has been quietly cooking for a long time. Rumored specs breakdown. Okay, let's talk about the specs, because this is where I need to set expectations properly. DJI has said nothing official. Zero. Not a press release, not a teaser, not even one of those cryptic single-image posts they love to do before a launch. Everything here is built from leaks, pattern recognition, and educated speculation, so treat this section as here's the most likely picture, not here's the confirmed spec sheet. With that disclaimer out of the way, the headline rumor is the camera system, and it's a big one. There's meaningful speculation pointing toward dual 1-inch sensors on the Air 4. If that turns out to be accurate, it would represent a serious jump over the Air 3S, which already impressed a lot of creators with its dual camera setup. Moving both of those sensors up to a full 1-inch size would mean noticeably better performance in low light, wider dynamic range, and footage that holds up far better when you're pushing it around in color grading afterward. For anyone who does travel content, real estate walkthroughs, or short-form cinematic work, having dual 1-inch switching capability packed into an Air-class body isn't a small upgrade. It's the kind of spec bump that makes people sell their current drone the day the new one ships. Beyond the cameras, we're also expecting improved omnidirectional sensing, which lines up directly with that top-mounted sensor array we just talked about from the 2025 prototype leak. More sensor coverage generally means better obstacle avoidance in cluttered environments, tree lines, building corners, the kind of spots where drones traditionally get nervous. On top of that, expect the usual generational bump in battery life and flight efficiency, since DJI rarely ships a new Air series model without squeezing out extra minutes of airtime. As for transmission, all signs currently point toward the Air 4 sticking with the existing O4 system rather than jumping to a next-generation transmission protocol. We haven't seen anything close to concrete evidence suggesting a transmission upgrade for this specific model, so for now, assume O4 carries over largely unchanged. If that changes, you'll hear it here first, but right now, betting on a transmission leap would be getting ahead of the actual evidence. Release timeline and DJI's pattern. Now let's talk timing, because this is where DJI's own history actually gives us something solid to work with. DJI tends to follow a 2 to 3 year release rhythm for the airline. The Air 2 launched in 2020, the Air 3 followed in 2023, the Air 3S came in 2024. Lay those dates out next to each other and a pattern starts to emerge. DJI doesn't rush this line, but they also don't let it sit stale for too long. Based on that rhythm, most industry insiders are now circling a release window somewhere between September and November of 2026. That lines up almost perfectly with the before Q4 2026 language from the original leak, which is a good sign when a pattern-based prediction and a leak-based prediction land in the same window. That's usually when a rumor is closer to reality than speculation. And this isn't important, but we have not yet seen official FCC filings for this device. FCC filings are usually one of the most reliable. This is basically confirmed signals in the drone world, because manufacturers typically file before a genuinely public launch, especially for anything that's going to reach markets outside China. Until that filing shows up, there's still room for this timeline to shift, maybe not by a huge margin, but enough that I wouldn't recommend anyone make a purchasing decision today based purely on a September release date. Here's my honest read on it. The Registry sighting is strong evidence the drone exists and is in late-stage development. The FCC filing, whenever it lands, is going to be the moment this stops being a rumor video and becomes a mark-your-calendar video. Until then, treat the Q4 2026 window as the most likely scenario, not a guarantee. The US ban elephant in the room. Alright, we need to talk about the thing everyone in the comments is going to bring up anyway, so let's just address it head on. The ongoing situation around DJI's regulatory status in the United States is the single biggest wildcard hanging over this entire release. As things currently stand, the DJI Air 4 is not on the FCC's approved equipment list, which makes sense, since the drone hasn't been publicly confirmed to exist yet by DJI themselves. But this matters more for the Air 4 specifically than it would have for past releases, because the broader regulatory environment around DJI in the US has gotten noticeably more complicated over the last couple of years. New, unfiled hardware is facing a genuinely more difficult path to reaching store shelves than older, already approved models did. There was a small piece of good news recently. The FCC extended software update waivers for existing, already approved DJI drones out to 2029. That's a real, meaningful reprieve, but I want to be clear about what it actually covers. It protects the drones already on the approved list, keeping them legally updatable for years to come. It does not automatically extend to brand new hardware that hasn't gone through the authorization process yet. New models like the Air 4 are still facing a separate and considerably more complicated approval battle. What does this mean in practical terms if you're in the US? It means there's a real possibility that even once the Air 4 launches globally, American buyers could face a longer wait, import complications, or in a worst-case scenario, a situation where the drone simply isn't sold through official channels domestically at all. Nobody wants that outcome, and I genuinely hope DJI and US regulators find some kind of resolution, because the alternative is American creators paying inflated prices for domestic alternatives that, frankly, often don't match DJI's level of polish and innovation. I'll be tracking this closely, and if anything shifts good or bad, this channel will be the place you hear about it first. Wait or buy now. So, here's the question I know a lot of you are actually here for. Should you buy an Air 3S today or hold out for the Air 4? Let's break this down honestly instead of just telling you what you want to hear. If you live somewhere with a stable, low-friction DJI import situation and you don't need a drone in your hands for a shoot in the next few weeks, there's a reasonable case for waiting. A potential sub-250-gram body paired with dual 1-inch sensors is a genuinely significant leap, not an incremental refresh. And if the FCC and timeline rumors hold up, you're likely only looking at a few more months before this becomes available. On the other hand, if you're in the US specifically, or somewhere else where DJI's regulatory situation is genuinely uncertain, the calculus changes. The Air 3S is a known quantity right now, it's approved, it's in stock, and it's not sitting in regulatory limbo. Betting your purchase timeline on a drone that might face import hurdles for months after its actual launch is a real risk, and only you can decide whether that risk is worth the wait for better specs. My honest, no fluff take? If you need a drone this quarter for actual work, client shoots, travel content, anything with a deadline, buy the Air 3S and don't look back. It's an excellent drone in its own right, but if your current setup is holding up fine and you're just itching for an upgrade, this is genuinely one of those rare moments where patience could pay off in a big way. The Air 4 isn't just rumored, it's Registry confirmed to exist, and that puts it in a completely different category than the usual internet speculation we cover on this channel. Call to action. So that's everything we know about the DJI Air 4 so far, the Registry leak that started it all. The sub-250-gram rumor that could reshape the entire travel drone category, the design clues going all the way back to that crashed 2025 prototype, the camera specs that have creators buzzing, and the regulatory tightrope that could determine whether US buyers get easy access at launch. Now I want to hear from you, because I asked this at the top of the video and I promised I'd circle back to it. Are you holding out for the Air 4, or are you grabbing an Air 3S right now while it's still readily available? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and honestly, your comments have shaped more than a few of our past predictions on this channel. If this video helped you make sense of a genuinely messy rumor cycle, do me a favor and hit subscribe with notifications turned on, because the moment that FCC filing drops, or DJI so much as posts a teaser image, we will have a video up within hours, not days. This story is moving fast, and I don't want any of you finding out secondhand. The 2026 drone season is just getting started, and if this leak is even half as accurate as it looks right now, the Air 4 might end up being the most talked about release of the entire year. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.